it's all pretty new. As these changes started happening, I was pulling away from people, more ashamed, staying in, kind of hiding the situation and denying it myself. I just said, okay, well, I'm doing everything now, and I put myself in the ground practically, trying to do everything. Letting things go, huge, becoming aware that he can't do any better, and letting that be okay. And not having to do it all, not having to have it be perfect. There's been a tremendous amount of streamlining to our life. Ultimately, I went to the GAP program that I heard about in the support groups for myself. Not for him, for me, because I knew I was losing it, and I was so overwhelmed with being cared for. I had doctor and an MA, and I mean the caring was tremendous, and they checked everything. And at that time they first started me on blood pressure medicine, which I am absolutely against taking any more pills, any more drugs. And then they said antidepressant, and I was so willing to try something different because I was in so much pain, and that has made a world of difference. And that lifted a cloud. About a month into it, all of a sudden I was at a group and I found myself caring about somebody else instead of myself, my problems. And that has made things have a totally different perspective. It's a lot easier to let go of the perfectionism and the control with that. I mean, I give it a lot of credit. It just makes me not quite so uptight. The uptightness has turned down a couple of levels. I stick close to my faith life. I try to nurture that. I have to wait, and I get frustrated at one of the drugstore or something, and maybe I take that opportunity to close my eyes and breathe and do 3 minutes of meditation instead of screaming and yelling at the clerk that doesn't know what they're doing. And I just use all the tools I can. Physical, mental, emotional. Yeah. I know that the only changing that can be done around here is with me. And I don't like it. I resist it. But I ultimately have to do it. And a huge one that I resisted and hated was learning the finances, the bills, navigating all the medical things and the insurance. And, I just have to tighten my belt and go and face it. God's not done with me yet, because I still have a heck of a lot to learn on this patience and kindness and thinking about somebody else. A huge thing is to be able to not keep secrets. All my neighbors know. People at church know. It gives me tears almost sometimes when people come up and say, if there's anything we can ever do to help. There are people who want to help. What saved me was learning I'm not alone, asking for help, getting into reality about the situation, looking ahead and preparing, but trying to enjoy what we've got today. And doing my best to not ruin it with my out-of-control emotions.